Looking forward to EverQuest Next? Bad news. Alright, so I got some bad news for fans of EverQuest Next. Unfortunately, the development is no longer continuing. Let's break down about what actually happened and hear from the developers and just talk about the whole game in general. So in an official announcement, the company goes on to explain why they did cancel the game. Quote, "To our Daybreak community, I'm writing today to let you know that, after much review and consideration, Daybreak is discontinuing the development of EverQuest Next." So they go into some more details about why it actually is, and it's actually pretty straightforward, guys, to be honest. So here we go. Quote, "With those familiar with the internals of game development, you know that cancellations are a reality we must face from time to time. Inherent to the creative process is dreaming big, pushing hard, and being brutally honest where you land." So what I think he means by that is that, you know, they really did give everything to it and it just didn't fall into place like they expected. Overall, the developer basically just goes on to say that, look, we made this awesome game as best as we could. We put it all together and it just wasn't fun. Like, there's just nothing more to it. We just didn't enjoy it. Now, the thing about EverQuest Next is that basically the game was announced at Sony Online Entertainment in 2012. Now, stating that EverQuest Next has been completely redeveloped even back then. So what we're building is something that they want to be very proud of EverQuest Next. To be honest, guys, if you actually look into this, they did cancel this game, I think mainly because of how unsuccessful MMOs are. And in the past as well, we've had so many shut down, but to protect the EverQuest franchise, because it is still a very successful platform for the company to sell games on, and they have a great player base as well. The worst part about all of this kind of stuff is the fact that the people who have been waiting for 4 years for this game to come out are just completely let down now. I'm definitely familiar with waiting for long periods of time to play a certain game, although I've never been let down as hard as the fan base here. But to be honest, guys, if you're a logical person, you're going to realize that, look, you know, the game didn't turn out as planned. They're not milking it. They've got the discipline to say, look, it's just not going to be that viable if we do this. Let's just call it quits on this project and protect the franchise and, you know, go back to the drawing board and rethink about what we want to do as a company. Even if you look at the game on YouTube, it's got such little hype, barely no attention whatsoever in terms of like a AAA MMO. Just not a lot of buzz around the title anyway. Last thing I will say about it is that EverQuest Next visually looked amazing. So I think, yeah, it's a shame that we don't get to see the game actually fully fleshed out. Hopefully it's for good reasons. So pretty unfortunate news. I mean, starting an MMO right now is actually a pretty bad idea unless you're doing amazing stuff like Black Desert Online over in Korea and that kind of stuff. But yeah, you know, these Western MMOs, they're just not holding the weight like they used to, with the exception of, you know, big granddaddy World of Warcraft. That's still kind of doing its thing, although it is dropping off. MMOs might not be a good idea, but I think this game had some other issues anyway.